Oh,
You took me to the wrong camp, Chad. Did you make me pay $5 and you took me to the wrong camp? I took you to the wrong camp.
Oh, $5.
Oh wait, that's right. Oh, that's right.
Well, at least you're not too awful far.
Wow.
Completely across the map.
Are she like all the way across the map from us?
Yeah.
She's in Tumbleweed, I do believe.
Oh my god. So we shift from one controversial topic to another controversial topic. Hey, isn't that something new? So, the Act Man, who is a creator here on YouTube that makes videos that are sometimes critical of certain individuals. For instance, he was very critical of a certain YouTuber by the name of Quantum TV. Oh gosh, he's gonna come after us. Oh god, our channel. No! Okay, so I'm gonna have to censor his name from now on as per the legal agreement that we signed according to YouTube. Quantum TV.
I don't remember signing anything.
I forged your signature. I'm sorry.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
It's illegal, Nate.
Shh. But overall, yeah, the Act Man has been through the ringer and had his channel demonetized and everything like that. And then, of course, you know, he eventually got his monetization back, and now he's back doing what he's doing. And I'm hoping that this video does not affect his channel in any way. I guess we'll see. I mean, you'll have to forgive Asher.
This situation pissed me off because it literally looked like the embodiment of standing up for what is right and having, like, the powers that be basically tell you to shut the fuck up and sit down. Like,
when he had all the proof in the world of Quantum
the crap
TV.
Out of me.
When he had all the proof in the world of Quantum TV being an absolute, like, garbage human being.
Yep.
And that's the thing. I don't understand why. I don't. I mean, does Quantum basically have like someone in his back pocket and he can call on them anytime? Like, this guy said mean things about. Does his dad work for YouTube? That's like, this guy said mean things about me, Dad. Take him down.
Don't fucking know.
Well,
He's...
I'd say, yeah. Let's see.
Wait, I better not say that because that was the kind of joke that actually they demonetized the Act Man over, so.
There he is.
Today we're gonna...
Yeah. I mean, I forgot. Google Chrome basically had its like restored dislikes taken away.
Oh,
I hate that. Anyway, yeah. So this is the Act Man with "So My Channel Was Demonetized." Here's the aftermath. Here we go.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here.
Hi, Act Man.
This is like the 5th or 6th time I've tried writing/recording this video. A video talking about my channel's demonetization, the aftermath of that, and everything that has happened. Every time I've sat down to write or record a video about it, I get to the point where I'm like, I don't know if this is safe for me to say. I don't know if this will negatively impact my channel in the future or if further action will be taken against me. However, I don't want to live my life as a content creator in constant fear of what I'm allowed and not allowed to do. So this is the video. This is it. Welcome. Greetings. Nice to meet you. I'm the Act Man. My channel was demonetized over a month ago. Quite a sticky situation that was. Now, first off, I want to say thank you to everyone who voiced their support for me, who disagreed with this decision and voiced their disagreement responsibly. People that complained.
I don't tweet very
ethically,
often,
you know
but
what
I did
mean?
make a tweet about this.
Huh?
So I don't tweet very often, but I did make a tweet about this with the hashtag. So
It didn't resort.
I was in there. I did
personal attacks or anything like that.
I think I did.
I had such a massive amount of support from fellow content creators, a bunch of people I'd always looked up to, talked about the issue.
Count Dankula.
Far too many to name, and even more creators learned about me because of this. And a lot of people were on my side, and I appreciate that. And I also want to say that I'm grateful to YouTube for reversing their decision to demonetize my channel. I feel that what separates men from boys is not the mistakes you make, but how you handle them. I think it's much easier to try and pretend like you didn't make a mistake and try to save face than it is to face the music and admit that maybe something happened that shouldn't have happened. That requires strength and confidence and a willingness to be better. So my channel was demonetized. The first question, why? The reason I was given is because of tweets I made threatening to dox and harass the family members of YouTube employees and other content creators. In other news, there seems to be a virus spreading that makes people look at everything 100% literally. The tweets I made were...
Yeah, again, that's basically what we've had to deal with. I mean, heck, I still receive messages on YouTube from a video that I commented on months ago, and it was basically on the Poppy Playtime Part 2 with Jacksepticeye, where he was just like, "Hey, I'm in the video game," and I very sillily said, "Hey, that's not you, Jack. It clearly says that's Sean McLaughlin," which is Jacksepticeye's real name, and people still are just like, "That's not," like, Sean McLaughlin is his real name. Sean McLaughlin is his real name. Sean is his real name. It's like, and I'm like,
r/whoosh.
Yeah, that's the whole. And there have been people who have deleted their comments because they said some pretty scathing things about me, and I'm just like, I saw those comments originally. I'm like, damn, hoes be mad. And yeah, I'm glad that, you know, eventually, I'm glad that some people have come to my defense and everything, but the fact that it still happens every now and again, I'm just like, so everyone's just taking everything literally now. Mr. Literal. That's basically what everyone's turning into. There's no sarcasm anymore.
Satirical. They were clearly satirical, meant to be a joke about a situation. Like, there's no debate. I made it painfully obvious for you and everyone so that something like this wouldn't happen. But there's a small population of people who, like, genuinely think I planned on making a video series called Doxing Adventures with Actman. I hope it comes as no surprise to those people with functioning prefrontal cortexes, but I never had any intention to make such a series. What? Shocking, I know.
Yeah.
So what was the point of those tweets? What was the joke? Well, the joke was, here's an instance of a content creator that has openly admitted to harassing the family members of a content creator and posting that content on his YouTube channel and making money off of it. This has been brought to YouTube's attention, and they have decided that this action does not violate any of the community guidelines, and therefore no action will be taken against it. This is an undisputed fact. That was YouTube's decision. And so I was making fun of the fact that here's a guy who's openly admitting to harassing someone else's family, and YouTube has seen it, and they say, that's okay. So it's like, okay, what would be the most absurd type of content to produce around harassing people's families, since apparently it is okay now? Well, doxing and harassing YouTube employees' families and other content creators' families. Little did I realize the satire would become reality when YouTube decided...
It's the Streisand effect. Again, you hate to see it when it happens.
That joking about doxing is far more serious than actual doxing. I brought to YouTube's attention the fact that this creator had posted the phone numbers of other creators on his community page, and I gave them screenshots. I provided them with the person who was doxxed, who could testify on their own behalf about it, and I have heard nothing back on that matter. Now, some people have said, well, Actman, what this other content creator did to your family wasn't doxing. And I guess by a literal definition, you are correct. However, I labeled it doxing because it just seemed like the simplest explanation, like looking up someone's mom's address and phone number and contacting them and saying, hey, make your 27-year-old son stop harassing me. It's like...
Your son is causing trouble for me, and that's the whole reason for this call to begin with.
You know, and then encouraging your...
That'd be like you calling my mom. If you... What?
The dog farted.
Oh, well.
Asher.
Oh, well.
Stinky boy.
Old stinker tail. But it'd be as ridiculous as someone calling up my mom and just being like, your son is doing all these hurtful, awful things. You know what my mom would say? My mom would be like, oh, really? Good. Because honestly, my mom does not give a shit. My
mom would actually probably call me and be like, why did this guy call me telling me that you're causing trouble for him? And then I would explain to her how big of a piece of crap he is, and she would be like, oh. And I would be like, if he calls you again, call the cops.
Yeah, again, because that is technically harassment, because, again,
not to mention just highly inappropriate behavior.
Yes.
Like, who the fuck does that?
That's just like, that'd be like Actman.
I'm gonna call your mom on you because I don't like the videos you made about me.
Well, it's just like, it'd be the same as if Actman called up Quantum TV's mom and said, hey, can you tell your son, to stop threatening my mother? Like, how would that be?
So maybe tell your son not to make jokes about like shootings that happened, like actual tragedies.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too.
Saying that other people should have been there when it happened, so they died too. Like, what the actual fuck, man?
Yeah, it's messed up. Again, dude, Quantum TV.
Audience to look up that same information.
I promise you, if you look into the Actman right now, you will find his full legal name. You'll find, just type Actman. Look for Actman's real name. Like, actually try to find people, you will find it. It's not hard.
Like, is that not doxing to say, hey, here's how you can look up this guy's address and phone number and do the same thing I did? It's not hard. I feel like that's doxing, but maybe it's incitement to dox, which is still terrible. The
it's
point
pretty much
is,
encouraging people.
My family was harassed by another content creator who openly admitted to harassing my family members and inciting his fans to do the same. This was brought to YouTube.
What's wrong, Asher? What? He's sitting here whining at me.
I think he just wants attention.
What's wrong?
Aw, poor Ashy boy.
He's lonely.
Well, his mom and dad, like his mom is not home yet, so I think it's one thing he's upset about.
They've been gone all day.
Yeah.
She's getting ready for a baby shower.
Yeah.
For her friend.
I forget when it is tomorrow.
What, buddy? What?
Buddy, it's okay.
What do you want me to do?
Ashy, it's okay.
I don't know what to do for you.
Ashy.
I'm sorry. You make me sad. Don't puppy dog. I mean, I don't have anything. Come sit. Sit with Nate.
Hey, bud, up here. Come on. Down up here.
Sit with Nate.
Come here. Come here. See, this is all he wants, really. He just wants lovin's and huggins. Come here, you. Oh, buddy. I know. I know. I know, buddy.
He's gonna give you a big old wet willy with his tongue.
Yes, he is. Ugh. That felt weird. Good on you, buddy. Good on you. Stay there. Stay. So I'll just try and keep petting him while we're watching this.
YouTube's attention, he posted the evidence himself, and YouTube decided that this was not against the community guidelines. So now the question that we all have to ask, and we all deserve an answer to, is it okay to harass the family members of other content creators?
No.
I don't think that's an unreasonable question to ask. So my channel was officially demonetized because of these tweets. There's quite a few problems with this. The first being that they were only up for 4 hours, and I was kindly and respectfully asked if I would delete them through my partner manager at YouTube. The tweets were up for 4 hours, man. And at the first opportunity, when YouTube asked me if I could delete them, I did. That was a gesture of good faith. Yeah, I don't want anybody there to feel like they're actually under threat of being doxxed, or their families. A simple 5-minute conversation could have cleared this up instantly without the need for such drastic action. You know how easy it would have been? Hey, Actman, I work at YouTube. I'm just wondering, do you actually intend on making the video series Doxing Adventures with Actman? To which I would have responded, no. Here's the definition of satire. Because I don't know if there's some kind of language barrier, if certain people at YouTube don't understand what satire is, or maybe they're from a different country and don't understand the concept.
Dude, there's a lot of people that don't understand what satire is. People at Hulu don't understand what satire is.
No, they don't.
That's why there's episodes of It's Always Sunny missing.
Yep.
How the joke went over so many people's heads to where the gut reaction was demonetize his whole channel. Let's take his livelihood away from him. Satire, if you're curious, is like over-exaggerated commentary. It's jokes made to illustrate a point. You could check out South Park if you're interested in satire. Political satire is a thing. I highly encourage anybody confused on the matter of satire to look up definitions and do as much research as humanly possible. Especially if those people work at YouTube and have to make decisions on demonetizing a channel based on legitimate threats, and if they have to differentiate between legitimate threats and fucking satire. So here's what I don't get. If the tweets were a problem, why was action taken against me after the threat was neutralized? I laid down whatever fake weapons I was carrying and I said, I'm not a threat to you. I don't mean this. And then 2 days later, the channel's demonetized anyway.
It's like the cops being like, drop your weapon. And you're like, it's an airsoft pistol. It's an airsoft pistol. And you put it down. And you're like, there, it's on the ground. And then they fucking pump you full of lead.
And then they just shoot you. Yeah, they shoot you in the
Shoot
head.
you anyways.
Yeah. Jesus.
Pretty shitty, right? Now, I understand that a ship as large and massive as YouTube, it takes some time to steer, right? There's thousands, if not tens of thousands of people working for essentially the second biggest website in the...
Uh-oh.
Sounds like Cathan's home.
Yep. Uh-oh. Should we let him up?
I can go let him up if you want me to.
If you want to, yeah. All right. Sorry about that, everybody.
World, but it just sucks that like it takes 2 days to make a terrible decision that could potentially destroy someone's life, and it takes over a month to find out how to reverse that decision. Let's be clear. The first and only community guideline strike I have ever gotten was over 5 years ago in the Feminists and SJWs versus Video Games video. Now, if I had a chance, I'd go back and I'd rewrite certain parts of it. I'd say things a little bit differently, but overall, like, the video doesn't violate community guidelines. And at one point, it was hit with a strike, at which point I reached out to a trusted flagger who got the strike removed and the video reinstated. So I've been a clean boy. I would shower every day, unlike
I like
most
his response
gamers.
to that. Did you see that?
Reached out to a trusted flagger who got the
It's like, hey, just to let you know, I've had your video reinstated and the strike has been removed. No way, dude. You must have been a student at Hogwarts because that's some magic right there.
Thanks so much. Anything I can do for you?
strike removed and the video reinstated. So I've been a clean boy. I shower every day, unlike most gamers. Please don't ostracize me for personal hygiene. I'm still one of you. So given my history of... not being a problem, again, it's all the more puzzling why the most extreme action was taken against me. I mean, besides just outright deleting my channel, demonetizing it is the second most extreme action you could have taken. I still don't understand it. This is the thing. What scares me is I still don't know the exact reason why my channel was demonetized or the Dark Age of YouTube video was taken down and given a strike. I still have no idea. I can only speculate, okay? When you report a video on YouTube, you include a timestamp for YouTube to look over. Naturally, I assume that makes their job a bit easier as they don't have to track down whatever part the user thinks violates the community guidelines. So when users report a video to YouTube, they include a timestamp. YouTube does not extend that same courtesy to its users. The Dark Age of YouTube is over 50 minutes long, and it was removed for unwanted sexualization. Okay, fair enough. Where did that occur? What part of the video did that occur? I got no clue. They didn't tell me that at all. I can only assume it was the poorly photoshopped cucumber floating near Mr. TV's mouth that was considered unwanted sexualization. But when I looked up unwanted sexualization and researched it, it sounds like it's threats of rape. Like really extreme stuff. Unwanted sexualization does not equate to a cucumber floating near someone's mouth. To me, it seems like, and I can't say this for certain, but it seems like someone at YouTube was really, 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 really pissed off at whatever I did. They either took the jokes seriously or intentionally misinterpreted them and gave no quarter. There was no like, hey, are you serious? There was no conversation had. It was just, nope, you're gone. Maybe you'll come back. Who knows? And can you imagine the paranoia that creates? It's like those first few weeks, dude, fucking sucked. My entire concept of life and reality was just flipped upside down. I didn't know if I was going to get my channel back. I didn't know if I was going to keep making YouTube videos, the thing I've been passionately doing and putting so much love and effort into over the past 6 years. I didn't know if that was all just taken away from me in the snap of a finger, just Thanos out of existence because of a satirical joke tweet I deleted 4 hours after it was posted because people who made this decision asked me to. And again, I know that YouTube
That's always
makes
just
mistakes.
a worry in the back of my mind with this job. That all of a sudden, like, YouTube will just find some stupid-ass reason to Thanos snap our jobs out of existence.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, we've had issues in the past with copyright and community. We have a community guidelines warning on our account right now that has been there for years. And the video that we got flagged for is still up. The video that we reacted to that we got flagged for is still up. And the fact that YouTube flags us but doesn't flag that video and takes ours down but doesn't take theirs down is just amazing to me. And it's been all these years later, and that warning is still there when it does not need to be. I don't get it.
They're not always perfect. I love this place. I want to see it be the best place it can be. I want people to have the same opportunities that I had, and that is the reason why I started taking action against the content creator. Because I felt like this creator was trying to rob others of those opportunities. This creator had a history of terrible interactions with every other creator he came across. I
subscribed to Mischief, by the way, over this whole thing. Like, because he was one of the people that Quantum TV was being a bitch to.
Well, again, you know, you can...
I actually really like his content. He sounds a lot like one of my friends on Discord, like if he had a YouTube channel.
Nice.
I heard their testimonies. I got their evidence. I asked people... This is a person that really shouldn't be on the platform. This is a person who, my family was not the first family they had harassed, okay? Likely won't be the last. My video was not the first that he attempted to falsely copyright strike and take down, which is against the law. And I saw this person as a threat to the YouTube brand and a threat to the YouTube ecosystem. I listened to YouTube's words on their policies, on making the platform a better place, and I genuinely believed in them. I believed in the Creator Responsibility Initiative, and I don't know if I ever should again. I don't know if I should ever stick up for another content creator that is getting false DMCA strikes, because I don't know what that's going to do to my channel. And for the longest time, I felt like trapped because I couldn't focus on real videos. And I realize I'm just ranting. This whole video is just going to be a rant because it's better to be unscripted and just be natural. But like, I would sit at the computer, I would look at the script, and I would look at my editing software, and I would just think, I want to do anything else. I'd rather be doing anything else right now than editing a video when I don't know if my future is certain. And that's crazy. That's crazy for a channel with 1.5 million subscribers with not a single community guidelines or copyright strike to their name to suddenly find themselves in a position where they're questioning their entire future, their livelihood, their career, the last 7 years of their life dedicated to this job. You understand how that feels? Do you understand why I had this breakdown on Twitter? Why I was so like, I got COVID. It was my birthday. My channel got demonetized the day before my birthday. It was the worst birthday I ever had. And that's not a pity party, man. I didn't feel like a birthday. I couldn't even focus.
I understand. For almost a year and a half, we had 2 strikes on our channel in terms of copyright strikes. And it was from Sony Music of Japan. And there wasn't anything we could do about it. Nothing. And
like, you probably literally lost sleep over that.
Oh, I would say I probably have shaved years off my life staying up.
I'm surprised you didn't have a heart attack during that, because you were very stressed.
I was, and I basically was just losing my shit. I couldn't believe that this was happening, and it was something that didn't need to be. It was something that just, again, I don't know why. I still don't. And the fact that the stuff that we got flagged for, that other people were able to react to, no problem whatsoever, it basically just made me go a little crazy. I was just like, how? How is this possible? How is that we get hit with shit, but no one else does? No one else has ever gotten hit with this. Oh, this person's video is still up. Oh, this person's video is still up. Oh, this entire group's whole video whole playlist of reactions to this show is still up. It was Demon Slayer, by the way. And the fact that, you know, it was just like that for almost 2 years, I just, oh my God. I don't like thinking about how how mentally I was back then, because I'm afraid that I almost went crazy. I legit think I almost went crazy during that time. Because I have never in my life been so worried about my livelihood. Especially when I dedicated at that time, it was around 4 or 5 years into this thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. But needless to say, this shit can drive you crazy.
It's so absurd. Like, we're not actually employed, but like, it wouldn't fly with like anywhere else. Like, imagine working at a plant somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like any fucking normal job at all, any normal full-time job, and you turned around and you made a joke to somebody. You were just like, haha, like, you know,
funny joke.
Jake's late again. Like, he better hurry up or the boss is going to end up firing him. And they bring you into their office and they say, hey, you made an inappropriate joke threatening someone else's job. You are not allowed to do that, and therefore we will not be paying you for a month. You still have to come to work and do your job, but we won't be paying you for a month. That is the most absurd thing ever, and that is literally what people on YouTube deal with.
Yes.
The system is so fucked.
It is.
That should not be a reality, and it's absurd that it is.
Yeah, I agree. I hate it. I hate the fact that the system is the way that it is.
Like, I understand putting people on unpaid leave, like, from, like, police work and shit like that for a huge mistake and stuff like that, but, like, There's nowhere else where they're just like, oh, like, we're just going to stop paying you for your job for X amount of time. Like, it is literally the only job like that I can think of.
Yeah, it's about the only job.
And half the time it's over something that you didn't even do wrong.
Yeah, that's the other crazy thing. It's oftentimes a mistake in the system.
It's like half the time you just be sitting there doing your work, doing it exactly like you're supposed to, saying nothing to anyone. All of a sudden it's like, oh, well, someone said that you made a joke. Who?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We believe them.
It's like, I haven't even talked to anybody at this company in like 10 years. And it's like, oh, too bad, you're not getting paid for the next month. It's like, what the actual fuck, man? That's YouTube.
Yeah.
That's being a YouTuber.
That is, in a lot of ways, being a YouTuber. Anyway.
I love this job, but it's just...
The frustrations can mount.
Some stuff needs to change because that's just an untold level of psychological stress that's just unnecessary to put on people who are doing this for a job.
Yeah, I agree.
But what hurt more was feeling like I was silenced, that I couldn't talk about this for fear of what might happen or what might not happen. Oh, maybe Actman is criticizing YouTube a little too much. Maybe this is a person we don't want on the platform. Do I speak out against injustice and risk my livelihood, or do I keep my trap shut and hate myself for not speaking about it? It's a tough position to be in. I just hope people at YouTube understand that I'm a real person, that like I put my heart, blood, and soul in my gamer juice into making videos. And this was the first time I genuinely was like, you know what? I feel like this person is a real detriment to the platform, and I'm going to do what I can to prove that. And I thought I did. I think I proved it to a majority of people. This is a person that genuinely believes the world would be better off without gay people. And I feel like that type of hate speech, it goes too far. Consistently wishing death on other people, that goes too far. I'm just trying to get everyone to understand my mindset in all of this. And it's like, there's a lot of questions I have. I would like to know what timestamps of the video violated the guidelines. I'd like to go back and fix them. It's an hour-long video. At least give me that opportunity. Because here's the most important thing. I don't know what lesson I was supposed to have learned from this. Generally speaking, when you get punished by your workplace or your parents, it's because you're meant to learn a lesson about something and about your behavior. I got no idea what the lesson was. Was the lesson that, you know, don't make a video and have a cucumber be within 5 meters of your mouth? Was that the lesson? Was the lesson don't make satirical tweets about terrible things that happen to you? I want to know the lesson, YouTube, that you wanted me to take away from all of this. And I just, like, I want to work with you guys to help make the platform better. I see a lot of areas for improvement. That doesn't mean I will ever stop posting videos or that I hate you. It's just that, like, you say you want to protect smaller creators and you want to empower people and everyone has a voice. I don't want to doubt that. I don't want to doubt your words.
But actions speak louder than words, man.
And I hope you genuinely do too. Using copyright strikes to silence criticism, to attack users, and to take down legally fair use videos is terrible. And it's something that YouTube should do something about, because the only alternative is legal action, which is most of the times flat out not worth the time, patience, money, and energy for your standard content creator. So I'm making this video because I knew I had to talk about it at some point.
Imagine the lawyer fees we would have if we actually took legal action every time we got fucked over.
Oh.
Our lawyers would make bank, though, probably, if they actually won.
If they won, yeah, they'd make a killing. But again...
You'd be like, I love these guys. They make us all kinds of money because people try to fuck them over all the time.
Yeah.
My thoughts, I hope if anybody at YouTube is watching this, I hope you've watched through to the end. Realize that I'm a real person, man. I didn't mean nothing by those tweets. It was simply satire. And to understand how impactful that video getting removed was, it's like that was a month and a half's worth of research and 2 weeks of editing where I was working on it like 8 hours a day. Sometimes I worked 16 hours a day, 20 hours a day on that video, didn't sleep. That video is my magnum opus. It is the best edited, written video I've ever produced. It was also my best performing video of all time, gathering 1.4 million views in like 4 or 5 days. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for me. And so to see that momentum, to see that video, all that effort and time, to see it just abruptly cut short, and not only that, but my entire revenue stream cut short because of that, for reasons that have never been fully explained to me, yeah, that has the potential to cause a mental breakdown. I'm not a threat to the YouTube brand. In truth, I am one of your greatest allies. I just hope that I don't believe in what makes YouTube great more than YouTube does. I feel like YouTube should have realized they made the wrong mistake when Keemstar and Ethan Klein both agreed for the first time in their lives.
Yeah, no, it's true. He's right.
Yeah, damn
I'm sorry,
straight.
but whenever you have, the polar opposites of Keem and Ethan agreeing on the same thing, you kind of have to realize it's sort of like that one skit. It's just like, are we the bad guys here? It's like, no, we're not the bad guys. Are you sure? Because them over there and them over there, they're agreeing that we're the bad guys. So, are we the bad guys? No, we're not the bad guys. Just complete denial of just like, ugh.
Those two agreed on something, that this was unwarranted. My channel getting demonetized was seen by everyone as completely unnecessary. I hope what happens to me never happens to anybody else. I don't think people should live in fear or feel paranoid about criticizing YouTube because of what might happen to their career. I don't want other creators to feel like their families might be hit in the crossfire because YouTube won't pursue action against people that harass them. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want YouTube to be a place like that, and I will always stick up for what I think is in YouTube's best interest. And mine as well. Like I said, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of your biggest supporters.
Amen.
There you go. The
That's all I
Act Man
can
has
say to
spoken. There you go. So, damn. Okay, that was really well said by Act Man. I don't really have anything else to add to it outside of...
I had never watched him until all of this stuff started going down, and I was one of the immediate opinions I had of him was how ridiculously well spoken this dude is, and how good he is at making points that matter,
Yeah, that's the skit right there. Mitchell and Webb. Are we the baddies? No, we're not the baddies. They're the baddies. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, somebody made it into a Star Wars short too, apparently. Stormtroopers, are we the bad guys? No. We're not the bad guys. They're the bad guys. They're the rebels. Rebels are bad guys.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was very well done, and I can't wait to see more from Act Man because I'm glad that he's back on the platform and he's able to do what he wants to do, or do what he loves to do rather. And
I really hope that his vision for YouTube can one day come to pass where we don't have to be freaking paranoid all the time and where things are actually fair and make sense to everyone.
Yeah.
I hope. I know it's a far hope, but I hope.
We can only cross our fingers and just imagine what it'd like to be. But I'd seen Act Man previously. I'd seen some of his trash hot takes from certain media companies on video games. Like there was someone who said that The Legend of Zelda, let's see. bad takes. There we are. Yeah, this right, the worst gaming hot takes. Legend of Zelda is classist, sexist, and racist. Doom has always been garbage. Halo 3 is misogynistic. Again, Actman, I've seen his stuff before, and oh yeah, the worst Elden Ring hot takes. That's actually one of the things that started this, is because of
Quantum TV has such a stupid fucking take on Elden Ring.
Yes, yes, he does.
And
oh, there's my reaction. Oh God.
I was starting to think that we hadn't reacted to him before, but I didn't realize you had totally reacted to him before.
Well, it was a long time ago. I mean, that was when we were still living in the mansion. But all right. Anyway, this was the Act Man with his video on being demonetized, and also, you know, the aftermath of it all. So
I'm glad he got his monetization back. I've been worried about him.
We also are leaving a comment on the video, and if you want to go check that out, feel free to by clicking his name in the title of the video. And I guess until next time, signing off. I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
See you later, everybody. Peace.